Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the 11th Hour. I'm your host, AJ Gels, and all of this is happening right here on the 11th Hour Gaming Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Please, always remember that the 11th Hour Gaming Channel is your one-stop shop for everything gaming related, and if you can think of something that I don't have on this channel, please get a hold of me. My Facebook, my Twitter, my website, all that stuff, you can get a hold of me through all those down in the description below, or you can just go into the comments of this video down below. And get a hold of me anytime. And please, always remember, keep spreading the word about this channel, about this show, all this great stuff. And please, just like, comment, subscribe, all of that. But you didn't come here to listen to me talk about this channel. You came here to listen to me talk about the gaming news of this week. And I will in just a quick second. I do want to say real quick, everybody, please don't just watch the series. Watch everything I do on the channel. All that, keep the brand growing. I will now hop right into the news. If this intro seems a little rushed, I'm sorry. I got a lot of news to cover today, and it's really late as I'm recording this. Let's see here. Just hop right in. The new DLC details for Rise of the Tomb Raider have been revealed. Apparently, and going in order of release date. Endurance mode will be coming December 29th. This is a new difficulty setting, and this quote. Fire takes fuel. Cold kills the unprepared. Food stores restores health. But everything must be caught, collected, or crafted, according to Microsoft. It's really interesting. Like, this mode seems, I don't know. I really like this idea for the mode for a game like Tomb Raider. It'll be interesting. And apparently coming in early 2016, Baba Yaga, the Temple of the Witch. I don't know. So I believe Baba Yaga, famous in European lore. I don't know. My I don't know. My mythology is a little rusty. But apparently, Lara Croft is chasing a ghost through a spooky forest. That's me making light of it. But no, I'm sure all these people, Crystal Dynamics, I'm pretty sure they're trustworthy people over there. I said they're trustworthy people over there. Sorry if I was talking into my Coke can. Let's see here. And rounding off the trio, sometime in 2016, let's see, what's it called? Cold Darkness Awakened. A dormant weapons research base has been breached, unleashing a mysterious affliction into the Siberian wilds that transforms beasts and man into bloodthirsty, mindless killers, according to Microsoft. I don't know. I love how they make these sound like super interesting. Even I don't know. I don't know like the super big changes to this. I haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider yet. Still really looking forward to it. Actually, you can catch my Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I'm playing this kind of like leading up to playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. But check that out. Check it out because I will play Rise of the Tomb Raider before the year ends right here on this channel. Let's see here. Big game that it seems that everybody who's not me is excited for. Dark Souls 3 Collector's Edition have been confirmed. I have nothing against the Souls series, Bloodborne, anything like that. Not my kind of games. I don't like those games that it's like their goal is to make me cry and feel bad about myself. My life does that enough to me. Either way, let's see here. They will be available day one, April 12th, 2016. In the U.S., there are two editions. The Day One edition, which has the Prima starting guide, official soundtrack, O-sleeve packaging, and the game will cost, the typical $60. That's the typical. While the collector's edition, I can't speak, will feature, all that, and an art book, cloth game map, 10-inch Red Knight statue, and collector's box, and that will all cost a whopping $130. I'm not a big guy into collectors editions, I don't like toys and all that. I mean, not that they're dumb, you want to spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. I don't know, not for me. Sorry, I was hearing some weird noises. I freaked out for a second because I'm like, oh, please tell me that my plumbing didn't like burst. Let's see here. What was I? Apparently, the UK has way more versions, and if my my list of events wasn't like so freaking long today, I'd go break that one down. But the UK, I think, has tons of versions out. Except you can only get specific there's like one version like per retailer. Like this one, version A is with this retailer, version B is with this retailer, but you can't get version B with the first. This is an interesting system, I guess. Kind of going along with these collector's editions, Far Cry Primal collector's edition has been revealed. Apparently, this will be available exclusively in Europe. Not exclusively in Europe. What I'm about to read, what is available in Europe, they have a little bit more than we do here in the U.S. The good old U.S. of A. In Europe, this edition will feature the game, Sabertooth Skull Opening Collector's Box, a steelbook, official Wenja phrasebook, and that's the language of the people in Far Cry Primal. Physical map of Oros, the place it takes place. A physical copy of Far Cry Primal. Soundtrack and Wenja audio recordings. That's really interesting. Let's see here. The deluxe edition with Steelbook is available in America with everything but the Sabertooth Skull box and the Wenja phrasebook and recordings, which makes me a little sad because I want those. Oh, well. It's kind of like speaking Wookiee. Nobody's ever going to understand you. But you want to learn. Either way, this game, while being available on February 23rd for consoles, available for PC March 1st of 2016. Telltale's Walking Dead Machonne, which was kind of debuted and shown off over at the Game Awards this year, has been pushed back to February of 2016. And we also got a little bit of like what this is going to be about. This explains the time. If you follow the comic books between issues 126 and 139, this is a time where Machonne kind of leaves the group. I haven't even gotten there. I don't know, but it explains why and why she came back and all this, And it's a 3-part, Telltale episodic kind of series. Really interested to see what they're going to do that. Maybe I'm going to put money they're going to tie it into, like Clementine and like the running story. I could be wrong. I mean, Glenn was in those I want to say it was like the second episode of the first season. There's some big money to be made with Bethesda's Elder Scrolls Online. If anybody who is playing or has played the game and filled out, the specific entry form, I believe it's on their website. There's tons of places to find it. But you fill out this form by January 10th, 2016. You are eligible to win $1 million from the company. The winner is picked on February 1st of next year. Like I said, we'll receive $1 million, and they're also giving away 3 million crowns, the in-game currency, to 1,000 second place winners. So if you haven't played that and you want your shot at this, please go check out this game. I've been hearing it's getting some big popularity. MMO's not my thing personally, but I'm sorry. Don't probably want to see the side of Santa's face the entire time. Let's see here. This is kind of like a one-off. I find this a little interesting. Apparently, you can now delete unwanted games from your Steam library. I only wish PS4 would let you do this. I have tons of games in my library that I'm never gonna play again. I'm from up here in the Midwest. We have a rental chain around us called Family Video. Fantastic place. If you are a like a Midwesterner like myself, go check that out. It's a really cool store. Great prices, great deals. Totally worth actually like leaving your leaving your housing, going to a store. But no, like I rent a lot, so like I have tons of games in my library that I'm never gonna play again. It's just like, why are they there? Like I'd rather not even like sift through them. Oh well. Apparently, we got some more word on this whole PS2 emulation thing on PS4. Well, apparently it is purchasing games for PS2 games on your PS4, and you play them. But apparently it looks like so the first kind of batch of PS2 classics are available now on PS4 with Dark Cloud, Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Rogue Galaxy, and The Mark of Cree, all being $14.99, and all these prices are US. Anything I say in the show, all the prices US. That's again, I'm an American. I speak in dollars, not pounds or whatever the other. I don't know, euro or I don't know. And also Twisted Metal Black and War of the Monsters. Both of those round off at $9.99. That's a pretty good lineup, especially with GTA Vice City and San Andreas. Those are really cool. I thought I was the only person who remembered Rogue Galaxy. If you haven't played it, go check it out. Apparently, this is the perfect time. I have $15 for this game. I think I paid $40. A really cool game. It's about space and pirates. Reminds me a lot of like Treasure Planet. Really neat game. Really cool JRPGs. Fun story. Very colorful. Really neat art direction. The combat system, it was my only kind of like it's been a while since I played it too, so just I'm kind of like, from what I remember, the combat system, I'm not a huge fan of games that do combat like that. It reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy 12, but I don't know, it was still a fun game. Go check it out. Apparently all these games will feature with trophy support, touched up the visuals, and kind of the a lot of the the new PS4 features, such as like remote play and whatnot. Let's see here. Psychonauts 2, a big thing coming out of the Video Game Awards. Really interesting to see this game kind of like come back in a sequel. Super popular. Actually, I don't think I've played the original Psychonauts. And at PSX though, there was also an announcement for a VR game that's going to be kind of like bridge the gap between these games, because I think Psychonauts is looking at a 2018 release date right now. But apparently, in less than 24 hours, Psychonauts gathered over $1 million in crowdfunding. And this is through Fig, which actually allows you, the donator, to become as far as I understand it, a stockholder in a game, as opposed to, it's like, here's some money, make this game. But they have no obligation. They actually have some obligation to you. And I think this is let's see here. As of December 6th, their current price stands at $1.8 million. They are still seeking they are seeking a total of $3.3 million. They're over halfway there. I think they can. I think they'll make it. And apparently, Double Fine Studios, the developer of the game, is planning to add its own money as financial support, for the game. They don't want the players to feel alone, all that, So they're kind of backing it up with their own financial backing. I think that's a classy move on Double Fine's part, not saying, hey, give us a bunch of money and then we're gonna make crap. They have some stake in it. I think that's really cool. It seems that there will not be any crossplay for Rocket League that coming to the Xbox One. This was announced, I think, at the Game Awards. Yeah, Game Awards. That's where that one. Yeah, it was at Game Awards. I'm sorry. It was announced at the Game Awards that Rocket League will be coming to Xbox One, but if you play it on Xbox One, you will only be able to compete against other Xbox One users unlike the PS4, who can also compete with PSC, with the PC, not the PSC. Don't know. I'm weird. I'm having a stroke or something. It seems that the Division beta has been pushed back to 2016. This is via the Ubisoft blog. Really, I don't know. I find this interesting. I think I was reading something. I think for pre-order on Xbox One, there's like some early access stuff going on. But it's like alpha and whatnot. I don't know. I have my hopes up for the Division. I don't know. I want it to be kind of like Destiny, but which I think it's shooting for, but I don't think it will. It's weird. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what it is. I think it's a big risk and not a financial risk, but I think it's a risk because either this game is going to be just super good, really well received, kind of like Destiny, or it is going to get crapped on. Which I hope that is. I hope that no company, has to go through that. But who knows? We'll see. Only time will tell with that. Apparently, developer Codemaster has announced that Dirt Rally is coming to Xbox One and PS4 on April 5th of 2016. But if you need your fix of Dirt Rally, any other kind of dirt, I don't know where I was going with that. Really, if you need your own fix of dirt, just go outside and roll around. Spray yourself in water, roll around. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm weird. But no, if you really want to play the game right now, don't want to wait till next April. You can go on Steam and play it right now. I don't think for free, but you can play it right now. On December 17th, the Wii U version of Minecraft will become available. This has been rumored for a while. It's been confirmed. It's coming. December 17th, $30. Go check that one out. That, again, kind of like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, it seems like that's a series that's, like, super popular to anyone who isn't me. I don't know. I don't like this kind of, like, open-ended game. I don't know. I don't mind, like, open-ended. I just don't like that. I don't know. Minecraft, Rust, those kind of games, they never struck a chord with me. Rust seems a little more interesting, but I don't know. Let's see here. Gone Home is apparently coming to the PS4 and Xbox One on January 12th, 2016. This has been, confirmed by the developer Fulbright Studios. This was previously a PC game, I think in 2013. Actually got a nominee for Game of the Year. I heard it was a fantastic story. Really interesting. Finally making its way over to console. It seems that Max Payne has been rated by the ESRB for PS4. What does this mean? It's obviously rated M for all this, but I was reading, this isn't necessarily surprising with all these PS2 emulations and whatnot coming onto the PlayStation Store. I think Max Payne would be an interesting experience. Go back and play that and play Max Payne 3. I love all the diving and the shooting. It's like a John Woo movie. And really, if you want another game that plays really, really similar to that, I played very little Max Payne 3, but a game I played really similar to that was John Woo's Strangle. I think it was John Woo Presents Stranglehold. I found the game really fun, had a cool, it was like a cop story, wore a lot of, it was a lot of doves, a lot of jumping around, shooting people. It was really cool. Really fun game. If you like those kind of like really heavily action games, go check that one out. That's one more time. John Woo Presents Stranglehold. Really cool game. Apparently, the character Linkle may. I'm gonna get eviscerated if I'm not pronouncing that name right. I don't know Nintendo. I'm sorry. I'm not a Nintendo guy. But apparently Linkle may appear in other Legend of Zelda games other than Hyrule Warriors. This is according to producer Eiji Aonuma. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is a quote from him. "I'm sure we will keep her in mind when thinking about future titles." So we may see, a female protagonist coming up in a Legend of Zelda game. Somewhere down the road. It seems that Capcom Resident Evil 0 Remastered will release on January 19th, 2016. This will be for all consoles, current and last gen, for $19.99. It's a little funny. I'm trying to think. This might actually be the one that I think I was reading. Apparently, if you buy it on any console other than Xbox 360, you get a special like costume. But if you get it on 360, you don't get it. It might be this game. It could be something else, and I might have totally screwed the pooch on that one. I'm sorry if I did. Either way, it seems that the newest adversary mode for GTA Online, or Grand Theft Auto Online, has been entitled, and it's currently available to you. Entitled "Every Bullet Counts." This mode seems really interesting. It's a variant on Last Man Standing, where apparently you and 4 other people are put into like a confined space. You're given a combat pistol and 2 bullets, and your goal is to take down the other 3. Apparently, once you run out of ammo, all you can do is use hatchet and machetes to kill each other. And apparently, if you stand still for more than 5 seconds, your blip shows up on the map. So, it's, I don't know, I think it's a really interesting kind of place. I don't know, I think that's a really interesting mode. But apparently this mode will feature new locations that include Michael's Rockford Hills Mansion and Tequila nightclub. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I think I found that somewhere in the game. Who the hell knows? But no, I think that's a really interesting game mode. Looks like developer Frozen Byte has announced that Trine 3, The Artifacts of Power, is coming to PS4. Currently, we do not have a specific release date, although it is expected before the end of 2015. Go check that game out if you're interested. I have no idea what it is. I'm sorry, that's not one that I'm super aware of. I talked about this a little bit in my my Let's Plays today. Cyberpunk 2077, the newest kind of project from Witcher developer CD Projekt Red, really good studio, and Witcher franchise, super cool if you haven't gone and seen them. But apparently this is reports from CD Projekt Red. It says that it's planning to release the game way earlier than expected, actually releasing the game by the end of 2016. This is really weird, and let's see here. This is according to Game Reactor Germany via Destructoid, as a source close to the company told the outlet studio is aiming to launch the game sometime next year. Currently, there's no confirmation as to whether or not this is correct, but this does heavily contradict what CD Projekt Red has stated before, in saying that it's going to focus on Witcher 3 and Witcher 3 support, with the expansions and all the DLC and all that, and basically not even talk about Cyberpunk 2077 until 2017. So who knows? Maybe it was a big fake out. God, I hope, because I really want to see what this game is, because apparently it is far, far bigger than The Witcher 3, and that just makes me go, oh. I'm sorry, I love those kind of RPGs. I'm super interested to see what they're going to be able to do with that. Apparently, the closed beta for PS4, the PS4 exclusive Tomorrow Children, is set for January 24th. You can sign up anytime between now and January 8th. But if you're from Europe, you get a little extra time. You actually have until January 14th. The beta ends January 23rd. Players who participate actually have access to an exclusive costume in the game. So go check that out. If you're interested. This is another game. Some of these, I don't want to say are smaller. I don't know. I haven't heard much about them. It looks like Assassin's Creed Chronicles India and Russia. Separately. In Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia. Both of them finally have their release date. It's been a long time since Assassin's Creed. At least I think it's been a long time since Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. India set for January 12th. Russia set for February 9th. These games, those kind of 2.5D side-scrolling games, kind of like Mark of the Ninja, kind of like the new Shadow Complex, remastered. Look, they're really colorful. If you enjoy the world, go check that out. Apparently, Final Fantasy VI is available next week on Steam, December 16th. Go check that out if you're, interested in all that. And keep your eye out for any news or anything revolving around Final Fantasy VII, that remake. Again, for some reason, I feel like with the whole talk about the remake of Final Fantasy VII, we're totally forgetting Final Fantasy 15 is coming. I don't know. That feels really weird. I don't know. Apparently, Destiny's dance emotes, which were previously available only through microtransaction, are being available as Nightfall rewards. I'm seeing this, like a lot of like kind of blog tweets and responses and whatnot. I haven't heard anything from Bungie, but apparently, if you want dance emotes, go get those rewards. Keep going out. HTC Vive VR Headset has apparently been pushed back, has pushed its release window back from April, has pushed their release window back to April of 2016. I don't know. I don't really have much past that. I don't like VR. I keep saying it. I really don't like VR, and I have a couple other VR stuff in here. I don't like VR. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I'll like it when I try it, but right now I don't like the idea. I'm not even gonna go full on rant, but apparently Microsoft is currently trying they're currently working on a solution to make 360 games to be available, or I'm sorry, currently, I put my quotation marks in the wrong place. Apparently, Microsoft is working to allow you to purchase 360 games on the Xbox Marketplace, similar to what the PS4 is doing with the PS2 games and the emulation. If you remember last month, the big update for the Xbox One came out, which overhauled the dashboard and adds backwards compatibilities for certain titles. Basically, what Xbox One is working on, and this is all according to Xbox head Phil Spencer, they're working on a way to purchase these games from the marketplace so you can play them digitally, not just with the disc. Jeez. I'm sorry, I get frog in my throat or something. Let's see here. Apparently, the final Nintendo Direct for Super Smash Bros. Will be coming next week. I really like the Nintendo Direct system. They don't do a lot at the big press conferences. Instead, they kind of drop like these little videos throughout the year to kind of show like this is what we're working on. This is it. I don't know. I really like these ideas. Kind of more news coming out of Japan though. In this, I'm super excited for Persona 5 news. Apparently, this is from the director. He says the director of this game is saying that this game is different from the past. From a narrative kind of point of view. I have a bunch of quotes. Stay with me through these quotes. This is according to Katsura Hashino. This is also from an interview with Game Informer. Let's see here. Rather than getting drawn into a strange case, the team throws themselves into the fray. Through their actions, they draw the attentions of an even greater enemy. That's how the game sets in motion. Unlike Persona 3 or Persona 4, the protagonist and the team in the story aren't being dragged into some sort of case or major crisis to resolve. The story begins with each of them looking for a sense of identity and seeking to reform society with their own will. It's quite different from the previous game's protagonist, who had no choice but to solve the mysteries they were confronted with. We think that sense of agency is one of the charms of this title. I might have mistyped there. Sorry, agency might not be the right word. And as developers, it's one of the aspects we're most excited to bring to you. This makes me really interested, especially because I think they kind of touched on the theme. Persona 4 was, it was all about, like you kind of like being true to like who you are, accepting that we all kind of have those parts that, we might not entirely like, or you don't want other people to see. Why can't I remember what the theme of 3 was? If you remember, please tell me in the comments, because it's been a while since I played 3. I'm actually playing Persona 4 on my Vita right now. It's Persona 4 Golden. If you haven't gotten that and own a Vita, go get it. It's a great game. It makes great additions on the original. I really kind of like how Persona 5, if you haven't been following the news, it's currently slated for next summer 2016. But apparently your characters are actually like criminals in this one. It's kind of like, as opposed to kind of like being, it's like the supernatural stuff's happening. So your guys are chasing it. It's kind of like your guys are doing a bunch of stuff, and the supernatural stuff is kind of like the after effect. I don't know. I kind of like this idea that, you're not necessarily the good guy. You're kind of, I think we're kind of playing in some, where I don't know. I don't know. I can't get a read on this, and I'm super excited. I love Persona. I really loved the past. I loved 3. I own Persona 3. I own Persona 3 FES. I own Persona 4. I own Persona 4 Golden. I love all of them. Super cool games. If this isn't on your radar, put it on there. Is super cool. I almost cried at Tokyo Game Show when they announced that this game wasn't coming this year. I had to wait about another 6 months, and I still have like an itch that I want to play it. Thank you to Persona 4 Golden for it, at least. It's kind of like a nicotine patch. Either way, it looks like Ark Survival Evolve is apparently going to be available in kind of like an early access form on Xbox One. This game is coming to both Xbox One and PS4, I believe, in the summer of next year. But apparently it has some early access stuff. Apparently you can purchase the XGP edition of the game on the 16th of this month, actually, for $34.99. And don't worry if you're thinking, well, why would I want to buy this and then I have to rebuy the game? If you purchase this version of the game, you will not have to repurchase it when the full game is released next year. Let's see here. Keeping on some Xbox news, apparently because the Xbox One was so successful over Black Friday, I helped with that. I bought one. But since it was super popular over Black Friday, Microsoft is going to continue with the $50 kind of like discount until December 26th, and this spans all bundles, not just every bundle has a 50% price decrease until December 26th. If you do not have yours yet and are thinking about it, I'd suggest going and getting it. Great deals and all that are out there. This caught my attention. This was a little bit of a kind of a weird story. I don't know how many people know exactly what this game is, but Star Wars 1313 may not be entirely gone. 1313. I think it's it was more like a darker set RPG focusing around Jango Fett. Really, kind of like an interesting kind of game that kind of like was put on the kibosh when LucasArts was kind of sold and all that. But apparently, this is according to Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy with an interview with /film, kind of said this in passing, but said, so our attitude is we don't want to throw any of that stuff away. It's gold, and it's something we're spending a lot of time pouring through, discussing, and we may very well develop those things further. And that is directly, she was talking about Star Wars 1313. Really interesting. I kind of want a darker set, kind of Star Wars RPG. I haven't had that kind of... Yeah, that's another itch. I want a new KOTOR. Like, every time I hear not Knights of the Old Republic, the Old Republic, that the MMO, every time I hear news for that, I get, super excited, and then I'm like, oh. It's made me cry a few times. This is a game that actually, until this morning, was not anywhere, I wasn't even looking at this game with any sort of interest. if you're a fan of the XCOM series, you know, the old ones, XCOM Enemy Unknown or Enemy Within, yeah, technically they're different versions, but they're the same game. I have Enemy Within on my phone. You know, fantastic phone port, by the way. It works great with touch controls. I mean, graphical downgrade, but still, gameplay is all there. Full game. It has all the DLC. Really cool game. If you haven't checked out, I believe $10 on iTunes. You know, really cool game. The sequel, XCOM 2, actually coming February 5th, 2016, only for PC. I'm gonna guess maybe there's gonna be an Xbox One version eventually, but right now it's only for PC. Game looks really cool. It's got a really neat art direction, tons of customization. You know, and all the gameplay I'm seeing, you know, it looks really sweet. But apparently, the deluxe edition of the game can now be pre-ordered or, you know, pre-purchased for $75. This includes the game, official soundtrack, and XCOM official reinforcement pack. The reinforcement pack being basically the season pass. It's, you know, it's all the DLC. I'm sorry, I'm losing my place in my notes. The pack can be purchased separately for $20. You know, and each kind of, there's 3 pieces to the pack, and, you know, they all kind of release at different points through 2016. Let's see here. I'm going to read this directly. Reinforcement pack includes 3 DLC add-ons that, and I quote, offer a unique twist to the core gameplay experience, end quote, with additions such as new missions, aliens, weapons, new quote, more extreme soldier customizations, end quote, along with other items not described. That's a little weird, but I'm super on board with this game. It looks really smooth. Go check it out. Really cool tactical strategy RPG. Not an RPG. Tactical turn-based strategy game. Really interesting. Go check it out. Let's see here. Apparently, as a new kind of Christmas deal, Sony is, you know, kind of launched this new kind of like this buy one get one free kind of thing on the PlayStation Store. You can find the total list of all games involved in this sale on IGN, but I think a couple I saw were Until Dawn, a bunch of the Lego games. I want to say The Last of Us, but I could be totally off. You know, a really neat deal. Go check all that out. Apparently, the latest Fallout Shelter update is now available and with some new features that allow pets and allow you to evict those lazy layabout kind of workers in your thing. You know, I think that's great. You can finally get rid of those like low level guys who can't do crap. You can get rid of them and bring in new people. I like that idea. I've been waiting for that in that game since it came out. I'm sorry, my throat's really dry. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the Jack the Ripper DLC, finally we have a release date for that, and that's actually coming out next week, December 15th. Apparently the story will take place 20 years after the main game, you know, finishes, and you'll play solely as Evie Fry. Her brother apparently is not part of this DLC. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out who the hell he is, or where the hell he is. We know he survives because I'm not gonna spoil that. Check out my Let's Play if you want to see what I'm fully getting at with that. Either way, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find exactly where I put that in my notes. But, you know, you only play as Evie Fry. Console, you know, Xbox One and PS4 owners, you know, will get the DLC first. The PC is getting it on December 2nd. It will cost $15 if you purchase it, you know, independent, and you didn't have the season pass. Shut down the season pass. I don't know. Like I thought this one was going to be pretty cool. And now that I know that it's all Evie, I'm probably even more excited. You know, like I really loved her character. I don't think they did. At first, I was hearing people say, "Well, I didn't think they did enough with Evie." I don't think they did enough with Evie, and I'm constantly sitting here going, "Well, I don't want to sound mean or anything with it, but you know, it's just like why everybody's like so super stoked that there's a female protagonist in this game." I mean, this is also before I'd even seen, I'd seen plenty, but like before I even gotten the full narrative, and really explored who Evie was. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm like, you guys you're I don't know. It's kind of like you're saying it just to sound like you're all so forward thinking. But honestly, I will say I'm so stoked that this is only an Evie thing, not Jacob. I think Jacob took up a little too much of the story. I found his stuff very interesting, just as much as Evie's. I just thought, I don't know, I would have liked it to be a little more balanced, kind of deal. But either way, like I said, that's coming out December 15th for consoles, December 22nd for PC. Go and check that out. That's $15 if you don't have the season pass. Let's see here. Apparently, there's a new bundle for the if you pre-order Oculus Rift. This will include a copy of Eve Valkyrie. Apparently, this is kind of like an offshoot of the big fan of Eve Online. A super popular MMO. Go check it out if you're interested. Apparently, this bundle will release Q1 of 2016. And this game will also premiere first on Oculus. And again, just I don't like VR. I don't like VR. I don't know why. Microsoft has confirmed that more info for Fable Legends is going to be revealed in a few weeks. Apparently, this is a company rep from Microsoft has reported to Game Informer, as a service-based title in closed beta, we're always working to make sure that when we open Fable Legends to everyone, that it's a great gameplay experience. We are continuing to expand our closed beta, and we'll have more details to share in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. Originally, the release date was slated for the holiday of this year, but with that kind of winding down, I don't think so. Keep an eye out for that game, though. It still looks interesting. Personally, I'd prefer Fable 4, but according to Lionhead Studios, that is currently not in development. Their full kind of brunt of attention is on Fable Legends. So hopefully that will do well. Apparently the NPD group, the people, they do all the fiscal reports and all that. The NPD group has announced for North America the sales data for November of 2015. The games will list list in order top to bottom, the best selling to, the top 10. At number 1, Black Ops 3 takes that, followed by Fallout 4, Star Wars Battlefront, Madden NFL 16, NBA 2K16, FIFA 16, Need for Speed, Halo 5, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and Just Dance 2016. A few interesting things here. Even though Fallout 4 had that huge opening, that kind of like opening week, I'm kind of sad it wasn't enough to bump out Black Ops 3, although Black Ops leading November, not totally surprising. So I'm kind of surprised to see Star Wars Battlefront up there. I keep hearing it's good, but I don't know. Interesting to see that a multiplayer only game that can, hold up like that. And also, I'm finding it interesting. I'm not seeing Destiny: The Taken King for the first time in a long time. Then you have your Maddens, your NFL, your NBAs, FIFA, all that. Not surprising. Need for Speed's an interesting one, especially taking over Assassin's Creed Syndicate and Halo 5. Especially because that game was, it kind of just came out. Like a lot of people I'd heard about it, no idea when it was going to come out. It's just kind of like, here it is. Good for them. I love the Need for Speed game. I gotta go try this one. But I've been hearing it's okay, so I don't know. It's not been on my front burner of kind of stuff I need to go check out. Halo 5's on that list. Not surprising. I'm really glad Assassin's Creed Syndicate was able to hold in there. It was the top-selling PS4 game in October. Really glad that it's still kind of holding on. I don't know. It's just a thing. I love the AC franchise, and it's just super cool to kind of see them really kind of bounce back from the whole Unity fiasco. And I don't know, Just Dance 2016 that kind of surprised me, but I don't know. Either way, and the final thing that I have for the show, apparently the PS4, surprise, surprise, has led hardware sales for November, as the PS4 has been all year. The sales numbers apparently, like, they're getting up there. I think they're reached close to 30 million units sold. I mean, that's not bad. Or shipped, I think sold. That's some pretty good stuff. But yeah, that was the news for the week. Or that was only, well, I guess not all. That was some very good standouts. That was most of the news from this week. There's always tons of stuff. Please go check it out. Anything you can find. There's great sources out there. Polygon, Gamma Sutra. I am not a huge fan of Kotaku, but a lot of people like it. Check out Kotaku. IGN is my personal favorite. Giant Bomb's good. GameSpot, Game Informer, Eurogamer, tons of great outlets out there. Go check them all out. Keep gaming yourself, everybody, and just always remember that the 11th Hour Gaming Channel is your one-stop shop for everything gaming. And if there's something I'm not covering here, please bring it to my attention through my Facebook, through my Twitter, through my website, on the description, or just leave me a comment in general. I will do my best to address this issue, and I will bring you guys the content that you guys want. And please, if I'm already doing that, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, keep growing this brand, tell your friends, all that stuff. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't just watch this show, watch everything that goes up on this channel. I'm having so much fun doing this, guys. But like I said, thanks so much for watching. I'm AJ Gels. This is the 11th Hour show that goes live every Friday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Always remember that. And this is all under the banner of the 11th Hour Gaming Channel. Everybody, have a great holiday season. I will see you next week right here on this show. Have a nice day.